Hey, have you ever had someone wound you deeply, but just sort of blew it off saying, who cares? It's no big deal. Only to find out later that it was a big deal. Whenever you have quiet moment, thoughts about the situation rise in your mind. You're struggling with hurt and anger, feelings of betrayal. Downplaying an event never deals with the issue. It only puts it in a deal with it later bin in your subconscious mind. It's always there. It never goes away. The only way to deal with the pain and get healing in your heart and peace for your mind is through forgiveness. In helping many people walk through forgiveness, I've seen a pattern where some downplay what was done to them in an effort either to convince themselves that the person who hurt them really loved them, or to make an excuse for the behavior of the one who hurt them. A couple of examples are in order. Jenna revealed years of verbal abuse by her mother. She was constantly put down and told that she was ugly, that no one would ever want her as a wife. She couldn't cook or clean house well enough for her mother, and she let her know that no man would ever want her once they learned these facts. When it came time to forgive her mom, Jenna said, "My mom's had a pretty tough life. She really didn't know what she was doing. She didn't know how much she was hurting me." Bill's dad was just plain mean. He was one of those angry alcoholics that always got physical every time he drank too much. Bill seemed to be his favorite target in the family. His dad would start by telling Bill everything he'd done wrong from childhood. With each story, his anger would grow deeper and his voice would rise higher. Soon he was screaming and his fists would start flying. When it came time to forgive his father, Bill said, my dad came from a really bad background. His dad beat him all the time. I know that my dad really loves me. He just doesn't know how to show it. Well, in both of these cases, their downplaying of their parents' responsibility for what they have done and the extent of the damage they caused in their lives got in the way of true forgiveness. Instead of forgiving, they were making excuses for the reason why they did what they did. True forgiveness never downplays what has happened in your life. It looks at the truth of the situation, put blame where it needs to be, and then makes the choice to forgive the person for what they've done. If you're living in a situation like Jenna and you're constantly being verbally abused and put down, it's not right. It doesn't matter how rough of a life they have. There's no excuse for that kind of behavior. If you're being physically abused, it is never right. Most people who abuse always blame you for the abuse they're giving. If you wouldn't have done this, they never would have abused you. Just to let you know, abuse is never right. Never. Abuse is not your fault. It's the fault of the one abusing you. You never deserve to be abused. With all this in mind, it's important for you to take into full consideration what's been done to you. You should neither downplay or exaggerate what's been done to you. Knowing full well that what has been done, forgive. Place the full responsibility on the person who hurt you and choose to forgive them. Then give the Lord the pain you're experiencing and ask Him to heal your broken heart. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what touched your heart the most from this video.